check.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 1, 2.
What is love?
What is love?
Jerry in Pittsburgh, man.
We made it.
Dude, welcome. I'm so glad you're here.
Dude,
Your first time?
absolutely.
Wow.
Drove up here just to see you.
what like preconceived notions do you have about Pittsburgh?
Huh. I don't know. But every city I go to, I always look up like a YouTube. I like research. And I'm like, what to expect from Pittsburgh?
Oh, dope.
My mother was like, it's dangerous out there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Compared to Charleston, for sure.
yeah, I guess. And I was like, okay. But the videos I watched, they were like,
It didn't look that hard to you.
yeah, I was like, maybe she's got it confused for somewhere else.
No, we've had a lot of issues with shootings in the South Side and downtown, and I'm gonna have Kari Mosley on to talk about it.
I'm not
soon.
worried about shootings. What about like robberies?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've definitely had like some buddies lose some gear. I lost my shit in New York once, but it was all insured because you can
Wait,
get your money back through car insurance if you know everything that was jacked out of your whip. Like if your DJ bag is taken out of your car and you know everything that's in it,
I have no idea.
then you can just write out a list. And
Those are for
car insurance.
Those
will
are
pay.
for those professional tax-paying DJs. This is just a lifetime hobby. Hey yo, sponsored by La Colombie.
La Colombe. I think it's let's see, La Colombe.
Where's my camera at? Right here?
Yeah, that's you. I think it was like a New York City thing.
All right, listen. Let's do some shots of whiskey.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't drink anymore unless it's. Oh no, tequila.
I got tequila too. Yeah,
Let's do tequila. We know whiskey. I mean, I like both, but like, I don't like neither.
Not Terramana. Casamigos. This is
Yeah,
a good
what-
one. Oh my God, this is crazy that I'm drinking tequila right now. You know, last night I was drinking tequila at the Atmosphere concert, and I
Atmosphere the
almost
rapper.
died. Yeah.
Yeah. We
It was
just
not good.
want to do a little sippy sip.
Yeah, just a sip.
Because it says
Drink champs.
No, it says drink sober or get pulled over. That's just the most good sales pitch. Like, far as like marketing, like that shit's spooky. Yeah, when I drive around and like
The old hair of the dog.
when I drink around, you got the hair of the dog on?
Hair of the dog that bit you.
A big shot from Charleston. We only do
That's good, right? Yeah. Oh shit. Isn't that tasty? It's like so sweet.
Yeah, what are we drinking? Sorry.
Oh, it's
I usually get, like-
Casamigos.
I usually get
Is-
like
Not Ben Affleck, right? It's the other dude.
I have no idea.
I talk about this shit literally every podcast. It's
Why do we not know yet?
no, I only talked about it one time with Bamboo because it was him and I that were drinking it. So it's the actor from the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou? What's his name?
I don't know, but I do like that.
David Clooney. George Clooney.
Yeah, I was about to say it's not David. David's his brother. I have no idea if that's real.
Can you give me your backstory? Like, who are you? Where are you from? What's your
I have that same question for you.
what's your deal, man?
Jerry feels good or like
Justin Red or Jerry Feelsgood, whoever you want to talk about.
we can kind of the origin story of Jerry Feelsgood is birth name Justin Red. First DJ name was DJ Dread. Evolved into DJ J Red. Evolved into J Red. Then evolved into Jerry when I was in Idaho because my homie D Hugh was like, "Hey yo, J Red said what up," and then George, our Idaho, California, Mexican homie. I think he's Mexican. But he was like, Jerry? And we thought it was mad funny, so I started going by Jerry because it's just like it was just funny for whatever reason. Then I made a clothing brand.
So it literally came from nowhere.
Well, yeah, because he misunderstood J Red and he said Jerry, and we just thought it was like a little tickle, so they started calling me Jerry, huh? But then I made a clothing brand called Jerry Feels Good. Didn't do too much with it, and I needed a stage name later on. And
Amazing. What's the feels good part?
it's
Like
from
Dr. Feel Good?
It's no, it's from when Peter Parker Spider-Man gets the symbiote Venom suit, and he's like, the power, it feels good. And so we used to, me, AGL, and Johnny Say So, and maybe a few others, we used to be like, feels good, like on some funny shit, like. And so I was looking for a clothing name brand, et cetera, and Jerry Feels Good. There's like other brandings that will be like bun up bump bump. So I like kind of like, you know, marketing.
Ooh, I love that.
So I was like,
Yeah.
this was the MySpace era.
Yeah.
So,
But it's lasted.
yeah. So, but eventually, I think, no, not eventually. It will. The Jerry Feels Good clothing will hopefully supersede Jerry Feels Good the DJ and just take off.
Really?
Yeah. And then I don't have to.
You're kind of over it?
I mean, I've been DJing since like middle school. You can make more money off of merch than running around doing gigs every day. You know what I mean? So then you get to pick and choose and do bigger, better things, or however you want it. But like Jerry Feels Good was the original idea. So it's a full circle. Lion King.
The circle of life. And it moved now.
Cheersing over
in the
these guys.
circle.
Are these in the video? No.
No. The circle of life.
So y'all can't see it, but he has a Rain 70
Yep.
DJ mixer
Getting dusty.
and has two
Tech 12s.
Tech 12
Unmatched.
techniques.
Two unmatched Tech 12s.
What's unmatched mean?
This is like a SL2. It's like an MK. Or what is this? MK5 SL2 or something. Yeah, they're not matched.
Say no to.
So the power, this one has like a little bit more power.
All right, I want one more.
Fucked up.
One more just for a sippy sip. We ain't got to.
In the circle.
I don't want to pour it over this.
The circle.
That would be the most blasphemous. That'd be the most blasphemous DJ thing.
And it moved for long.
So how did we meet in Charleston somewhere? And then the croc mode was everywhere tagging. I remember like Strawberry Squad. Wasn't it croc mode everywhere? I might have you confused with somebody else, but
no, that's me.
But there was a point where you were like, we didn't really know each other, but you were like, I'd always see you were like, I don't know, that was you.
Yep.
It's either you or Mo Travis or both of y'all, because y'all always used to be everywhere.
Yeah, it was me. I mean,
you know Mo Travis?
No.
Anyways, he's just a socialite of sorts. He DJs and does. I don't want to shout out Mo Travis.
How'd you end up in Charleston?
Destiny prevails, and well, I'm from Aiken, Augusta, Carolina, Georgia border. Augusta, Georgia, Aiken, South Carolina. It's like one of those cities that are right next to each other type. And I was like bouncing around doing gigs. Charlotte, Augusta, Aiken, Charleston, Atlanta, and like here, there, wherever sometimes. And then Atlanta, I was still like, I'm a music producer, rapper, singer, all that. But then like, so DJing, I used to always DJ, but I wasn't like beat matching. I was like a selector. Like I was young and growing up at Aiken, there's not like a bunch of DJs. It's just like a small town with like, I didn't know any DJs. But my dad was in a band. My family was pretty musical. Not like that overly zealous, great, robust family that like sings Christmas carols together. We might have done that. I don't think we did. Maybe. But I had like the good parents who would like put their kids into each little thing just to let them try it out. And if they liked it, they didn't, you know what I mean? So between like all different types of arts, I look back at it now, I was like, man, I should have really been the super art nerd. I'd have been into art classes and the band, theater. I would have went back and did all that. But it's like, you know, when we're young, they're like, that's the dorky kids, or you know what I mean? Like there's that like stigma.
Sure. Yeah. Go do sports.
Yeah.
You're a boy.
I played some sports.
Hit the punching bag. Like try out for football. I did it. I tried out for the football team. I had no place.
I'm taking my shoes off.
Oh yeah, mine been off.
You can't see it.
No, they'll never know. Selecta has a foot cam when he streams. He's like a big Twitch guy.
Oh,
and he has like
I want that.
a bunch of different cameras. One for the T-shirt, one for the records to show off the
Bruh.
covers, and then he's got the foot cam.
Speaking of T-shirt, let's give a shout out to
High Rise.
High Rise.
Jerry feels good.
Coming to a city near you.
This is also your company?
Delta 8, Delta 9 seltzers. come and try them.
Oh shit.
They're my homies. They're my boys. They putting me on. I'm putting them on. It's a nice little sippy sip. They just opened up the first dry cannabis bar in South Carolina.
Exciting.
So yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a long time before cannabis is recreational in Charleston, in South Carolina in general.
What do you mean? It already is recreational. Hey, yeah. What do you mean? Let's go. Shout out
I actually have a chicken that makes that noise. The noise that you tried to make there.
Huh. I got that from oh my god. Here. Leave it. So Richie the barber and Chris the camera guy. Shout out in
You
Cali.
can put them right here if you need to.
I don't know. But Richie the barber's actually like tattooed a clown. Like a clown color on his face. His whole storylines, everything's crazy. But he has a little like car horn. He's a clown. But he's also a barber.
Oh, maybe that was what you were trying to do.
No, but he has this
horn
too.
hung. Nice.
But they'll make jokes and they'll be like, and they go, and it's so like that little sound effects. It's fire. You need sound effects.
Yeah, I've thought about it.
No, get there.
You could have like a replay with little joints right here, right? So I'd have like, a little table.
Edit.
No, I do add. I add things when we're editing. I'll put in photos. I'll put in
I love
little
that
video
shit.
clips. I'll put in like depends on how much energy I have and how much it's needed. I definitely put clarifications. If I tell lies or if the guest tells lies, I'll add in little words that explain like what the truth is.
How do I look on the
closest
camera?
I can get?
Do I look good? Like, is the mic and like taking my face over?
No, bro, it's fucking
I move it?
incredible. No, it's incredible. The only thing is I kind of want to move the backlight just a little bit.
Let's do something.
Yeah, but it really looks good.
Because I did one podcast and it was live, and I guess the guests who were watching it live, they were like, "Move the mics,"
Oh no,
because like they were like,
I just moved it.
but like we were like in the video, we were like down.
It's your jacket that's fucking it up. That's what it is. The jacket is fucking up the light.
Huh?
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
Oh yeah,
It's the jacket,
bro. Coming up from
It's the jacket.
the low country, and just seeing how, cause like I get cold when it's like 74 out.
Coming up, I was confused.
And so we were driving up, and it's like we didn't use no AC. Well, we use AC for a little bit,
Beautiful night, right?
but it's like
the
it's
first chilly fall
it's
night
like
of the year.
it's become obviously up north it becomes fall quicker, autumn
Feels
quicker
incredible.
than, you know what? It feels good.
How did you make DJing into a business?
It's not a business for me. It's literally just a hustle for life, for a long time. I don't know. My dad was a rock and roll superstar. He's just a local great legend, but not like a superstar, but like as a young man, your dad's like always in a band. Superstar's fun. It's cool, but he has his notoriety and he's went and played all over the States. I guess into Canada. He has like you can find it somewhere online. I don't know even name of the band, but it's like a 70s band where they're like big hair. We need to bring that up, but it's somewhere. I think I don't know the name of it.
You don't know the name of your dad's band?
It's like because he was just like a bass player. I think it has like the main singer's name was like anyways, they're all like big hair, leathered out. They have a music video, but he's always been, like I said, I grew up in a pretty musical family.
Dope.
What was the question?
Trying to get an idea of how you ended up
Oh, DJing.
as like a
So
DJ. With
I started
that
making
being your job.
I guess hip hop. Like I didn't really grow up listening to hip hop, but obviously hip hop's still pretty young, as far as like genres of music. But I guess I got into hip hop, and I was making beats and rapping, and then cause like my dad would have like I played some drums, had a little drum set for a while, so I was always a rhythm type guy, I guess. Obviously, hip hop is like mostly rhythm, at least its origin. So just being in like, yeah, just I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Did you
Oh, but yeah, just I don't know.
did you go to college?
Went to Full Sail. You know, I dropped
Florida,
out.
right?
I dropped out. See, I was young. I was just being like rebellious.
Yeah.
All your parents want is the receipts. Kids, if you go to college, get the receipt. College is not even relevant today anymore. It's just like unless you want to be like Dr. Gold or something.
That's
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
No, doctor or lawyer. Like really, it's a platform to get into medical school, get into professional school. I agree. Trade schools are really where it's at. People should be learning like how to become a carpenter, how to become an electrician.
Yeah.
There should be more apprenticeships. I mean, that's how I learned how to DJ. I apprenticed under Bonix, under the best DJ in Pittsburgh. And
Who is it?
DJ Bonix, Wiz Khalifa's DJ.
I know nothing about Pittsburgh except for like.
Wow. You know Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller.
Yeah, I know like the big people that
Yeah.
like.
That's
came
what
up.
you need to know. You should also know Bus Crates and Selecta. Bus Crates is amazing.
Okay,
Selecta is
I
amazing.
looked it all up. I mean,
So
I'm soaking up the city. Thank you for y'all having me.
Yeah, man, we're excited. So you're in town DJing a wedding,
Yep.
but you also have some gigs.
Podcast with you, very important.
Yes.
And then Sky Bar Friday,
Yeah,
the hookup via your homies. I forget everybody.
DJ Climax, Bobby Climax.
Bobby. That's a pretty good drop.
That
It's
is.
like the climax. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Does
Nugget
Bobby have
a-
like female
Ooh,
drops?
DJ
Who's like,
Nugget. No, Nugget does. Ooh, DJ Nugget.
and who's DJ Nugget? The guy that gave me the gig? Or no?
No, Nugget is the guy who owns the Gold Mark. So he's like the other legendary Pittsburgh DJ worth knowing. The two OGs
Is everybody DJing
are
on
Selecta and Nugget. Those are the
techniques out
OGs.
here? Or
Pretty much.
it's like y'all are like a hip hop city.
Big hip hop city.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, whoever. What's the guy that got me the gig?
Climax.
No, but he
Oh,
sent me.
Climax sent you to somebody else?
Yeah,
I don't know.
we both know it's disrespect. I don't want to be on my phone. But shout out to that guy. But he goes, yeah, we have a mixer and 2 techniques. And I was like, I'm not that cool of a DJ. I have my controller.
You drove out with it.
I brought 2 controllers, but they're like the big kind.
What? Why couldn't I get your shit to work for the wedding I DJ'd in Charleston?
Did you play on techniques and vinyl?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does it work with Serato?
It works with Serato and Record Box. Use the big gear.
Yeah.
You had to download. I'm like an EDM DJ stuck in an open format world.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's gonna be a good sound clip.
But it's really true. So I had to do a hip hop set recently.
You play like more
Like it's hip hop,
Latin music and
Yeah.
kind of like,
I like- it's-
vibes. There's a
but-
lot of vibes.
but my
like
mentality.
beach. I feel like if I'm at a beach party, I
Yeah.
want Jerry Feels Good.
So the daytime Jerry feels good, yeah. But then
At night, it becomes
At
more
night-
EDM.
I can like, if I want to do night stuff, I lean more towards EDM Latin club. But it'd still be like a hip hop song
Yeah.
mixed with like ballet funk or something.
Nice.
I don't know.
Nice.
Ballet
So-
funk's like Brazil. Funk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I remember Diplo was
They,
bringing that to the
they put a-
States a decade ago or so.
yeah, it's slowly coming out now.
Nice.
I just Shazammed the Latin song from the Latin radio station, 95.5 in Charleston.
Mm.
I'm the gringo, like Shazam.
Well, no, it's interesting. There's actually more of a Latin like community in Charleston than there is in Pittsburgh. That's weird.
Yeah, I did ask that.
Yep.
And they were like, nah.
Not really. Yeah. The dude who I had on
But Friday, y'all gonna get that. But it'll be tasteful. Like,
Alex Rivera is his episode is out now, number 23, and he does have like a Latin party called Sazon, which is named after the seasoning.
Yeah.
I guess.
I do
like the
recognize.
spice packet or whatever. But yeah, a lot of like New York City DJs coming to Pittsburgh to take our gigs. It's been interesting.
you love it. I'm seeing if the futurist.
Oh yeah, if your buddy's coming.
You still in the interview? I don't want to call and interfere. Pull up, shawty.
You're blocking my driveway, but there's street parking around.
Oh, he's gonna Uber here.
Cool. Who?
What a drive over here.
Was
Even if it's 20 minutes, but like, so I'm a flatlander,
It's a long
and so
way.
when I drive through the mountains, I'm
Yeah.
always like,
Yeah. I did it 3 times with U-Hauls when I was moving all my shit here.
Wait.
3 times.
where are you from? Here, ish.
I'm from Detroit.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to move back. I actually just had a
What's your day job? Are we allowed to say that on the show?
yeah. I'm a neurologist. I'm a movement disorder trainee, so I'm training to be a Parkinson's doctor.
So what do you do?
I diagnose and treat neurologic illness, typically related to problems with not enough movement or excessive movements, which are bothersome to people, like tremor, Parkinson's, dystonia.
What's dystonia?
It's like an abnormal pulling contraction. Sometimes you'll see like a head tremor
Makes
where
me wanna
somebody's
stretch.
head is like being pulled to one
What
side.
about cannabis where it slows people down? You seen those like people? Where, like,
Cannabis works for some of my patients. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like a lot of tic and Tourette's patients who have had some positive benefits. Usually when there's
Tourette's?
like psychological or psychiatric overlay, I
Do
feel
you
like
get into
sometimes it
this?
helps.
Do you get into the spiritual realm?
Big time.
Do you get? What was your? I'm interviewing you.
Yeah,
now.
yeah. We called flip the script.
So jumping around. Can we rewind before we go into this?
Yeah, please. So why don't you talk a little bit about how you became the guy in Charleston? Because that's what you are. I mean, if you need a DJ in Charleston, South Carolina,
Holla at me.
that's you. I mean, you have a crew called Strawberry Squad. Everybody knows who you are. It's not a huge town, but it's totally, you've won.
Yeah,
So
I've done.
what's that story?
I mean, that was my goal. So now the goal is like, I should probably grow up and get some real money, get a real job. I'm a neurologist. Just kidding. Shout out to the chicken.
My mom keeps chickens. That's one of the reasons I have it. That and my grandma Bicky, who I have pictures behind me.
Wait,
I got this shit.
are you moving to the farm?
Yeah, maybe Detroit, where my mom keeps chickens, or
Big farm advocate.
Yeah. No, I love what she's doing. I mean, I think it's the way to go, right? We've got to get away from the process bullshit that's around us, the consumerist culture.
I don't want
Gotta
to
start
I don't
growing
want to
our
go
own
into
food.
it. But,
I need
they
land, bro. They've got it. They got 20 acres.
they taking our
Pepsi.
land, our food, our air.
They got 20 acres.
They
can grow it all.
Yeah, shit's mad sus. When the dollar goes L, if you ain't got your own land, it's gonna be a problem.
But you're living in an apartment in Charleston.
Oh, I'm stuck. I'm gonna go back to the hometown. Yo, I have so many things in my head. What's our time? How late you allowed to stay up? 4:20 a.m. in the mix with Dr. Gold. Because that's like the chicken in the morning, that cocker.
Oh, yeah. Hi, my name is...
Yo, George.
We got live callers.
So check it out. You're on a podcast live right now. This is DJ Louis M from Key West. He's at the headquarters at Strawberry Squad, yeah? What's good? Talk to me real nice. Or should I?
Native, and luckily the weather was fair and that was smooth driving.
Yo, let me hit you back, though.
All right.
All right, love you. Peace.
Such a great segue. I've been fascinated by the Key West story. Key West is one of my favorite places on earth.
Let's go. Come play.
Duval Street.
It's small town like Charleston, so it's my vibe. And it's island time, so.
I had some amazing adventures down there, and I really feel the spirit of that place. I just think it's an amazing artist community. It's very, very,
It's eclectic.
real.
It's weird.
Yeah, funky. The Mermaid Parade.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
They have, I think, the main event, which I think I'm doing. It's like a week-long lead up to Halloween.
Yep.
It's called Fantasy Fest.
Yep.
It's just like,
Mermaid Parade. That's what I call it.
but there's like multiple parades, I think, throughout the week. I'm sure there's like mermaid. There's like
Pirates. That's like the Tampa Bay joint.
shout out Tommy Tangi. That's my trumpet DJ buddy.
Oh wait, is that Tommy Trumpet or Timmy Trumpet? No.
Tommy, close your ears. Sorry. He gets so bothered by that, like not like in a funny way, but like he's like, because everybody he's like his name is Tommy and he plays trumpet, so they go, oh, Tommy Trumpet.
Yeah.
And it's automatic.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it, Tommy.
PDC put me up on that, dude. I
But
had no
yo,
idea.
Timmy Trumpet,
Impressed? Cool? Or
such a
not cool?
vibe.
Really?
I just don't like how trance has them like, at least the tracks that I get. Obviously, there might be a way to play trance that I'm unfamiliar with because I don't do trance sets, which would be lit. But there's like he'll have these fire tracks, like, and then it's like house where it's like that boom,
Oh yeah, big breakdowns.
and then you're like linger. It's
Really
just not
long
good for the
breakdowns.
club.
The breakdowns are too long.
It's not good for the club.
Breakdowns are too long for people with short attention spans in the club.
That's like that festy and everybody's like on drugs for like days.
There's
and it's
definitely a time and a place.
Timmy Trumpet.
Nice. you
Wait, what are we talking about?
also started making music. You have always been making music, but it's sounding really good.
Starting to
Who are these collaborators that you've been working with, and what's the
All-
workflow like? And
Okay.
these
Mhm.
tracks are great. There's like, what was it? One
What'd
of
you
them was
listen
like a
to?
wave. What was it called? And then you had one.
Did you do prep work and listen to my music or no?
I've listened to a few of them. Every time you post them, I listen to them. They're on SoundCloud.
Appreciate. It's good stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
but it's like you have to put it out eventually, and then you put it out, and I'm like, I could have made it better. But that's life. You know what I'm saying? You can always make that painting a little bit better because your technique's better because you've been doing it for 10 years now instead of 5. So, Strawberry Squad, Strawberry Gang. So remember I said Destiny. This is the Destiny. When I was in Full Sail around 2000 and I don't know, I guess I graduated 2005,
Wow.
15. I don't know when I graduated high school. I wasn't a big fan. I graduated. But when I was in college at Full Sail in Florida, Orlando, Florida gang, I started my branding because I was like in Full Sail to do music, et cetera, et cetera. And man, when we go back to listen to this, I jump around a lot. But so we're in Florida, and I start my branding. And it's called, after I went through a bunch of different names, it's called the Strawberry Entree. And that was like the record label / group collective. Fast forward as Destiny prevails, and I guess like synchronicity and manifestation of words, I end up meeting Wade Walker and John Curry Sauce,
Curry sauce.
via prayer and destination. I say the same thing every time, but like I met Wade Walker. I was in my like realm of like working the scene, the new guy in Charleston. Charleston, since you've seen it, is fantastic. The last remember, it's still a small town.
Palace Hotel's back.
Oh, it's fire! Shout out.
I'm so glad. That was my favorite bar. They were done for the entire pandemic. Most of the time I was in Charleston, they were not there.
The new one's fire. Have you been?
No.
How
They
about
opened
this?
after I left.
When you come back, 'cause you're gonna come back, Charleston.
Yeah.
We do a gig at Palace. You'll be the guest.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I'd love
Easy.
to.
Gotta get a thumb drive. No, we can.
I can totally DJ on sticks. I had so much fun rocking sticks when I was at my buddy's wedding. It really stripped it down. It made it so much cleaner and less stressful.
Why have a computer on
All-
top of a computer? No, but I get it. I
Exactly.
get it with if you're doing quick mixing. Compared to like scroll, that. It's all about
Just
how
get
you-
organized beforehand.
Facts,
have
facts.
a much cleaner like set list. Know what you're gonna play, and then you're good. Or just have a few folders on that bitch.
So Wade Walker, Curry Sauce. I was like, I need a plug to this spot called Boone's Bar. And sure enough, Wade Walker is the plug to the city in Charleston. He still is, LOL. But he's part of. So meet him. We become best friends, if you will. Curry Sauce, John Curry is his housemate. They're all living on Cool Blow. All the like Strawberry Squad homies are like living on DJ Kevbo, Kilgo, maybe some other people. Anyways, they're living there for a while, and I'm like in and out of the city. I'm like doing delivery jobs, and I'm like doing DJing jobs. Like I have like jobs, and my house is not even in Charleston. My house is like in Augusta or Aiken, where I'm living with my parents. There's just like different levels of. I'm moving around a lot. And every like year or two, I'm like, nah, I'm moving. I'm like, because I was just like, I know I'm not staying at the hometown front because there's nothing going on. But so I meet them, and they eventually moved to Strawberry Lane.
Mm-hmm.
But our previous years before Charleston was even on my radar, I already had the Strawberry Entree, the branding. Strawberry Entree branding, Strawberry Lane.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, I guess you see jokes about like, yeah, we the Strawberry Squad now. And then you see it on a flyer, and I'm like texting homies like, I'm gonna be a part. But when I heard they were gonna be moving to Strawberry Lane, I was like, follow the strawberries. And so eventually there's Strawberry Lane, the main like house for our group. And remind you, there's certain areas that's still like hood and ghetto and just like dead houses.
Mm-hmm.
And so
This is Upper King, basically.
I don't know. As long as I've lived there, I don't know the specifics. But it's
That's
next to Hugie. Is that Upper?
Yeah, it's Upper King.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I describe it.
No,
It's not North Charleston. It's downtown, but it's
yeah.
north.
So But they moved to 5 Strawberry, and there's upstairs, downstairs. It's like a house, but it's like a split house. So it's like a duplex. I don't know the specific terms, but there's like mad DJs. Strawberry Squad, Kevbo, Kilgo.
There was a dude with long hair when I was renting the gear.
Wade Walker. The dude with long hair was probably Curry Sauce.
Yep.
But that was so. I'm talking about 5. There's 2 houses at one point. And there's like almost 10 DJs.
Wow. This is like a
and we still have more DJs that moved. Like then upstairs. So all the homies
it's like an incubator for DJs.
Sparkbox.
That you were running.
No, but I was just part of it. I would just do the IG. Nobody wanted to. No. I just saw like. I was like, oh, nobody's doing IG. I was like, and I wasn't even hip to IG. I was just like, I didn't even understand. I still had like a flip. I didn't understand technology. I was just like, what do you mean? What do you mean we gotta get a smartphone? My fucking flip phone is like, I'm gonna text you and call you, maybe send you a photo. Like, what? But then now it's like, oh, yeah. I was so late on getting my smartphone that I was like, I'm gonna get it because I'm gonna do Uber and I'm gonna get Vine famous. As soon as I got this is how late I was to getting a smartphone. I got a smartphone and I was gonna get Vine, and my homie was like, oh, Vine's dead. And people who know, like, Vine is
I
like,
remember it.
Vine is the original TikTok.
I want to go back to a flip phone, or I want to start marketing Faraday cages, because
Wait, what's that word?
Faraday cages.
What's that?
They're like a Faraday cage. It's a bag of tinfoil basically that you can put around a cellular device that transmits Wi-Fi to block any ingoing or outgoing communication, so they can't track.
They have
you.
those.
Yeah.
They have. Oh, you want
yeah,
to be
but they're
part of that?
expensive, and it's not convenient to buy them. And so anyway, I want to have about 45 or 50 and just do parties where I lock people's phones up.
Oh, I was talking about like they have like you can buy like book bags and like
yeah, definitely. There's
definitely want one for your wallet because they got the scammers with the, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but the Apple Card
Scammers love me.
doesn't tap. That's one of my favorite things about it. That and the sound it makes when you drop it on the counter, ting ting ting. It's incredible.
What?
The Apple Card.
When you
it's made of titanium, so when you set it down on the bar, it has that sound.
I got all those cards. I don't use them. I try not to.
Yeah, they want us to, use all digital forms of payment so that they can keep track, right? I mean, it's all about big data.
It's all about the Benjamins.
We're the commodity, right? Our shopping habits are being used to push better targeted advertisements on us. And so, they really want you to use their credit card. When you go to Costco, there's no point of having a Costco membership if you don't have the Costco credit card. It's all...
Do you have a Costco card?
Dude, I was so dumb. I went in there and got the $65 joint. I'm ready to get it returned because they turned me down. They wouldn't approve me.
Huh.
Yeah, and I put all the extra...
I don't know anything about it, but I know they got some deals in there. They got Sam's and Costco's the big ones, right?
Next time. I even got a show ID to get inside of Sam's.
I was about to say that.
I want, I think I'm going to go Sam's.
I think they killed Kanye. He's a clone now.
Whoa.
Or the public guy he's a clone, but that's another story.
He's put on some weight. I mean, they definitely like...
Do you know cloning is real, right?
Bigger. Well, sure. We cloned Dolly the sheep, but you can't get somebody's personality from it.
Bro.
You can just get their looks.
You can transfer our thoughts and our... Anyways, check out Cloning is Real. I don't know if the new Kanye is different. I like the old Kanye.
You don't think people can change?
No, I'm not even saying that. Just look into cloning. Cloning's real, period.
Don't you feel like you're a different person than you were when you were a teenager?
We're not talking about that. Yes, absolutely. I think we're a new person like every 10 years because it's like you level up. But Kanye digressing because like he not going up. I mean, his music's still dope. But like, anyways, I hope you're doing well.
You ain't got the answers, Sway.
No, Sway does have the answers now.
You ain't got the answers.
You know he has the answers now? Yeah, check it out. Sway actually has the answers now. Kanye knows the deal.
He goes,
Kanye admitted.
I'm asking you the questions. You're supposed to have the answers.
Damn. Have you ever met Sway?
No, but C-Flow rocked a mix for him. And
how do you know C-Flow?
Phonics rocked a mix for him. C-Flow's my dude. I basically put him on in
Will
New
you
York
send
City.
this to C-Flow? I text C-Flow recently.
Yeah.
I text him I was on homie shit. but I don't know him like that.
Yeah.
And he scolded me like a little child. But he was because he's a super professional guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I'm about to come to New York, bro. What you got for like winter, autumn? And he doesn't respond. Obviously, I text him like random late night on a Friday. Obviously, we're all busy.
Yeah.
And I text him like Monday, like, let me know. And he like texted me a whole paragraph. And I'm like a dog with between my like tail between my legs. I was a dog. And I was just like, I was texting him as a DJ homie.
Right.
But I don't know him specifically like that.
I'll give you the scoop.
No, listen. It's so funny. And then I was like, oh, he's super professional. No, listen. But everything he said was valid.
Yeah.
He was just saying he's basically a busy guy and he doesn't time. I didn't give any specifics. It was just funny. Anyway, shout out C-Flow. Thank you for all the times you hooked me up, everything.
He's a hustler, first of all. Second of all,
Gang.
he's one of the illest in the edit world,
Yo,
bar none.
I'll be DJing. I was like,
C-Flow edits they all sound amazing. They're all like very, very high quality, done correctly. They've all got 8 bars. They're tagged properly. They've got the cue points already.
Bruh.
I mean, C-Flow edit game is unfuckwittable as far as I'm concerned. Especially for 2000s, 2010s hip hop and R&B. Just awesome.
Bet.
But you know,
we can't say anything. He still books
not
me.
hip hop.
Okay. All right, we can't say anything crazy about him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out C-Flow.
He's not hip hop.
He still books me. I can't be saying
Good.
that.
All right, good. Yeah, that's my dog. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, like,
C-Flow, I appreciate you. I appreciate you fucking giving me game, my guy.
Good. Yeah, he runs a DJ agency in New York City.
He ain't got time for these silly
called
texts.
Uptown.
He needs that. Let me know.
Yeah. No, he's big business. I mean, he's booking DJs in like 4 or 5 cities now.
Wait.
So, and he also played like, Vegas, Japan, Europe, like Hawaii this year. So yeah, he's
C-Flow.
good DJ.
What's his DJ drop sound like?
And he doesn't have any drops. He doesn't scratch. He doesn't have drops. He rarely plays effects. He's just like edit king. Yeah. So tell me about some of your other ideas. So you have merchandise. Do you have any
so that's
parties
the thing.
that you've been
That's
putting
the thing.
together?
Jerry
or
Feels Good is fashion.
the music,
not
or
merchandise.
What are all of the? Oh, tell me what the difference is.
Because merchandise just sounds cheap and like branding. It's all branding, fine. But like I'm dead ass into fashion. Like I see some merch that's mad corny and it's just like, wow. But you know what I'm saying? If the artist is making crazy money. Because a lot of artists make more money in merch than like
Absolutely.
downloads and streams and all that.
Oh, can you imagine ICP, the percentage that they've done off of merch rather than everything else? Yeah.
Fuck, what a name drop.
Dude,
What a crazy.
I'm from Detroit.
Oh, they're Detroit.
Yeah.
Shout out Strawberry Squad. Yeah, but
So what else? What are the projects right now? What have you been working on? How have you been spending your time?
I'm turning my bedroom into a full-blown studio. So when you walk in, you're like, this isn't a bedroom. This is a studio. My room's always been a studio. So it's me, Phil, Curry Sauce, Phil's Double Crown. Each of our rooms are dedicated towards, it's like bedroom studios. But like to sacrifice, to level up, you got to sacrifice something. I'm like, I got rid of my bed. I'm getting like when you walk into like, I'm gonna probably get it like a proper like futon type joint, so you can still like sleep there. But it'll be a seating.
Where have you been sleeping lately?
I have like the remnants of my old. I just have like a pallet. But listen, I'm turning
of wood.
Excuse me. It's like a futon cushion with like 100 blankets and 100 pillows. But because I'm in the mid process of like starting my own podcast,
Oh, dope.
so you're gonna be on it.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But,
I love
like,
that.
if you
Nobody's invited me on a podcast yet.
Oh,
That
no,
was the
you're-
whole reason I did this. It's like when I bring my camera on family trips or when I bring my camera to the show. I don't actually want to take your fucking picture. I want people to take my picture. That's why I brought the motherfucker. It's the exact same thing with this thing.
Huh?
I'm not trying to interview these fucking DJs in Pittsburgh. I want somebody to interview me. I'm interesting as fuck.
Tell us more. So yeah,
that's
so
like
we'll
the
get
dark
that.
ego speaking. Obviously,
No, I
I
get
don't
it.
believe any of that shit.
So let's get So yeah, once I get everything, but like it's funny because I'm almost in the process of having all the audio side, and I was like, yeah, and then I've totally forgot about the camera side. But then I was like,
Just use iPhones. Works fine.
okay.
That's what I have over here.
But I'm literally
that's
watching
fine.
like podcasts like, what are you doing during your time off? I'm like, because I'm already a documentary type guy. Like, tell me the real truth of whatever this storyline is. I'm with it. I'm an information slut. Like, give me not on corny shit, but like deep, like some, at least in the USA, a lot of times we have cognitive dissonance.
Heavily.
And it's part of the propaganda machine. We're trained to not think. Our schooling, academia is repeat, do as we say, and be good workers. Fine.
Based on the Prussian model of teaching
Right.
children how to become factory workers.
We're not taught to like think deep and ask questions. We're just like, yes, raise your hand, ask questions.
This is exactly what my mom said. She was a teacher, a high school teacher, and when I interviewed her on here, she said
What?
it's not
There's
about,
an episode?
Oh yeah.
What's your mom's name?
74.
70
Irene Grace. She says it's not. I'm going for her birthday this weekend in Detroit. She goes,
Hey, yo, Irene.
turning 74. Irene, she's incredible. My favorite person. She goes, it's not about indoctrinating them. It's about getting their questions.
Ugh. I mean, it's a duality, but yeah. Give me your question.
So she would ask them to come up with 4 or 5 questions from the reading assignment.
Oh,
And whoever
like a
had the
sneaky,
best
smart
questions, whoever had the best questions would get the best grade.
Ugh, your mom. Oh, your mom was like reverse engineering. Shout out to the good teachers. They're not getting paid well. You know what I'm saying? Teachers should have crazy money.
Yeah, it's the most important job in society. It's making
Anyways,
people
super sad.
right.
Shout out Irene Grace out here saving these kids. Wait, where'd she stay at? Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah. Is Detroit like a shit show? That's the sales pitch.
It's a big city.
I think.
Got a lot of different communities, vibrant ones, farmland. I mean, Detroit is an amazing
But you know,
place.
they're like the
It's the story of
stereotype is like-
America.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, it's it's the story of white flight. It's the story of de-investment. It's the story of the Beltway. It's the story of eminent domain, I-94, the corridor. I mean, I could tell all the stories. I mean, it's fascinating stuff, but there's a lot of hope out there. There's the Detroit Sound Conservancy that Carlton Gold started, where he saved United Sound Systems recording studio that was going to be bulldozed for an entrance ramp, where every single
like a
important record
historical
that George
place.
Clinton ever made was recorded.
So it's still
where
there.
where Tamla, the very first recordings that Berry Gordy made before Motown had their own studio, were made. Where Jerry Lewis, it's John Lee Hooker. I mean,
shout out Jerry Lewis.
dude, the whole
I don't know
thing.
much about him, but I think he's on one of my art covers.
Yeah, John Lee Hooker, bro. Like the history of the blues in America, Northern Soul, it's all there. So anyway, they also have a place called the Bluebird Inn that they're restoring right now, and they're doing a barbecue. I'll put the information in the link. There's tickets on sale now. So,
Sponsored by High Rise and Dr. Gold.
So it sounds like it sounds like you've got a bit of an incubator situation where you've got young DJs living in these apartments in Charleston, and you all are like
Strawberry Lane with the
making
gang.
music together, but you're also DJing in order to make money to support the art.
Pay
you're
rent.
Right. And then you're doing other types of art as well, or collaborating with singers, or trying to move to a new city. I mean, why are we in Charleston? It's kind of a backwater, right? It's like the Belize of cities. It's not between anything and anything else.
Huh. What's that mean? I get it though. Why do you say Belize?
So Belize, it's always been unaffected by world events because it's not between anything and anything else.
Immediately.
So it's tucked into this little alcove between Guatemala and the Yucatan or whatever.
Is it Yucatan or Yucatan?
I mean, I'd say it like a gringo.
Caribbean.
Yeah, Yucatan would be like the more
Tacos?
Mexican way to say it.
Tacos. I just made that up. Nobody says it. Somebody might say that.
No, my grandma here, the chicken lady, used to say quesadillas, which was awesome.
Very gringo.
Unapologetically, like not as a joke.
I still like jalapenos. So that's good. Just kidding.
A jalopy is like a shitty car.
Oh, I remember that. This also sounds like tilapia.
Piece of shit car. I've got the fucking piece of shit car.
What song is that?
That's Adam Sandler, one of his
Oh.
comedy albums.
Yeah,
That fucking pile of shit.
that's when we used to have like 6.
It
dick
never
exchangers.
gets me very far.
Shout out A San. I see you, my guy. When I pull up in New York, I'm about to cross you up and swat that ball.
The I mean,
Adam, I'm coming
I
for you.
love Adam Sandler. I don't love him as much as I love Nicolas Cage, but Adam Sandler's a genius.
Hey, people say I look like Nicolas Cage. Like the certain memes.
Yeah. I have a
Could be.
whole like
The long hair Nicolas Cage without the like if I had no like facial hair.
yeah, like
Shut up, Nicky boy. I
what's-
know all these people I'll give shout outs to personal. They're in my phone.
like Con Air Nick Cage. That's me.
Hey yo.
Con Air Nick Cage, dude. That film is incredible. But I have like a little shrine to Nick Cage here in the closet. Anyway,
Spooky.
the Uncut Gems. Do you ever see that one?
What are we talking about?
Adam Sandler flicks. Uncut Gems. Insane.
This tequila got me.
The stone that he's got Kevin Garnett looking at.
What are we talking about?
I'm trying to figure out what makes you tick, man.
No, but like, what are these uncut gems with Nicolas Cage? The fuck?
We're just talking about movies. So, what are you?
So Strawberry Squad, no more.
Yeah. So have you been traveling to DJ much? I guess this is a wedding, right?
This
Mostly, but it's also a little bit of a
That's what instigated all this.
DJ thing.
Yeah. I quit doing weddings, so I jacked my price up, and they paid it because they're my homies. They were like, "Nah, we want Jerry Feels Good," and I was like, "This is how much I cost," and they were like, "Okay,"
Cool.
and I was like, "Well, I guess I have to do this," but it's also in Pittsburgh, and I was like, "Sick." I was like, "I have no like Pittsburgh is not on my radar, respectfully. I just
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. Like, this is just a lot. There's a lot of earth to cover." I'm on island time mentality. I'm like, how can I be in the sun and work very little? Oh, moved to Charleston.
Mm.
But yeah, I like the beach life. I didn't grow up in it. I
Mm.
grew up in like small townville. It was cool, it was nice. But Charleston. I moved to Charleston because I was either gonna move to Charlotte or Atlanta. Atlanta, super dope, but it's like this was like the dubstep era when dubstep was going crazy. Now like dubstep sounds good. Well, they had
That's
like
true.
original
Yeah, 'cause it's
dubstep.
drum and bass. Because
You-
it's drum and bass. That's why it sounds good.
Okay, no, but yeah.
Because it's not fucking bro step. All the LFOs were too much.
Yeah, it was But at that era, we were like, yeah, electro. It's like,
Well, we just wanted that a little bit extra, a little bit more edgy than what we had, right? We had all this techno and house and just this conventional 4 on the floor thing. And then somebody brought in that sound, the wobble from
dubstep
the UK
fucked my whole
and grime.
production game up.
I mean,
I was making
Why?
like,
why? How?
I used to use Acid Sony Pro.
Yeah.
LOL.
Whatever.
It was good.
Now you're on Ableton?
Ableton Kid. So like, it was EDM was like coined EDM.
Mm-hmm.
It was like,
It was
oh,
probably like, what year do you think that was? Like 2011 or earlier?
it was
2009.
10-ish era,
Yeah.
somewhere amongst that. Because there were so many different electronic dance type genres coming out. They were just like,
People used to talk about intelligent dance music, IDM.
oh yeah, my homie
You
did
remember
that. He was like in Seattle doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Forget his name. Went to college with him. His name
I
was
li-
John something.
I like Balearic. That's one of my favorite house words.
What
You
is
ever
it?
hear that?
No. Probably saw it.
Balearic is like the
Is that
music of
OG?
Ibiza. Yeah, very early 90s.
Oh.
90s house.
Oh.
So the crew, they're actually my relatives. So it's the Hardkiss brothers
What the fuck is going on?
in San Francisco. Scott Hardkiss, not his real last name, and Gavin Hardkiss, not a relative, no relation. And then one other brother were this crew of DJs in San Francisco that were throwing raves in the 90s.
Wait, I
Doing
thought you said Ibiza, Balearic.
yeah.
Am I saying the word how you say it?
Yeah, they took it to, I think that's how it's pronounced, Balearic. Yeah, Balearic. They took that sound. It's also sometimes referred to as jungle, I think, jungle-ish, I think. But jungle is also drum and bass, right?
It's like
Tribal. Sorry, not jungle, tribal. So tribal, Balearic,
It's like tribal house.
Tribal house.
That makes sense with Ibiza.
Boom. Boom.
It's like a lot of like percussion.
Boom. I think.
It's different than like.
Yeah, it's not 4 on the floor.
Huh.
Yeah. Boom.
But it still had that 4 on the floor. That shit still had the hi hat.
Yeah.
If you got the hi hat every, I'm like, house. It's not that. That's not true. But when I hear that open,
I've never been to Ibiza. I was close. I was in.
Would you take a pill in Ibiza if you went to Ibiza?
What's his name again?
Ibiza? It's actually Ibiza.
What's the dude's name who did that song? Was he from Ann Arbor?
Who?
He's
What?
definitely a Midwesterner.
He's from Detroit.
Yeah. What's his name? He walked all the way across the United States.
Wait, who we talking about?
The I took a pill at Ibiza guy. Asher Roth? No, that was the other guy. I Love College.
No, that's hilarious.
What's his
Take a
name?
pill in Ibiza.
He had another song
and
too.
he was homies with.
Just show Avicii, I was cool.
He was homies with.
When I'm 10 years older, when I thought I was sober, I fucking had
Who
something
did
to
I
do.
took a pill in Ibiza?
Here's what I found from Wikipedia. I took a
Oh yeah, Mike Posner.
Yeah.
He's actually okay. All right, Siri, relax. Also, check out DJ Dollar Menu. Hey Siri, I produced that track.
Oh, dope. What's So he had another song too, but whatever. Posner. What was the other? Oh, it's
Siri,
Cooler
quit
Than Me.
listening.
Cooler Than Me. That was one of the first big
Oh.
blog era records I used
Cooler
to
Than
play.
Me was
Cooler Than Me.
fire.
Yeah. If I could
then
write
they
you
had,
a
like,
song,
two different-
JCO put me up on that shit.
They had like 3 little
Yeah.
edits, 2 different versions that you're like, wow.
You
You think you're cooler than me. You know, he introduced Big Sean as far as like that era. I don't know if
Interesting. JCO or Posner?
Mike Posner, they were
Mike
homies.
Posner. Interesting.
Super fire.
Yeah, there's a lot of music from that
Big
era,
Sean's
like
fire.
that I think about. Yeah. Big Sean's amazing. He went to the same high school as my sibling, and we used to call him Little Sean because he was short. He's actually very short.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
And
the
so there were
irony
2
there.
Seans. One was my buddy Sean, who you would love to meet. He's on the same tip
Where's
about
he
this.
at?
He won't do the podcast because he's too scared about like people listening.
He
or
probably has a
something.
real job. That's probably why.
Barely. He's not paying taxes. Let's put it that way. Oh shit! I put him out there. I'll bleep his name. But yeah.
Let me ask you this. We're not gonna go not you, but this is just for the thinkers. Have you ever seen the law that says you have to pay federal income tax?
Yeah, I mean taxation's obviously theft. They're literally
we'll leave it there.
stealing it out of your paycheck.
No, but like some taxes make sense. But that main question,
You're
rewind it
being
back. listen.
taxed on your paycheck. Then you get taxed for everything you buy with the money that was already taxed. Then you pay tax on a property that
The
you
futurist
own.
is here.
You own a property, you own something, and now you're paying tax on that because you own it. Then if you try to give your money that you worked for, that you were already taxed on to your children, then you get taxed on it again on the back end.
What do you do to not get taxed? You get a trust fund. You get a life insurance. Maybe or maybe not in that order.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to get a trust because a trust is like your own fucking.
Unrevocable trust, right?
You
Something
can't
that.
like depending how you set it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's-
Irrevocable trust?
You can't like the people can't touch you. Obviously, if you're doing something bad and dirty, you gonna get caught up somehow or another. Maybe not. But that's how like trust. Just trust me. Look it up.
Interesting.
So when we talk about when we're young, we're like,
Yeah,
oh,
trust fund baby. Yeah,
trust
yeah.
fund baby. That's all we know. We're like, oh, they rich. But like us middle class and poor people, nobody taught us what the fuck a trust fund. We're just
I
like,
literally have no idea what it is.
exactly.
I've just heard the word.
So, how young are you?
36.
Exactly. We need to this year, next year. We got to go get life insurance and a trust and wrap them up together.
Mm.
Put your money. Basically, how the banks work. Banks don't give a fuck about you. And if you want to go get all your money, let's say you got mad money, you can't go grab it out there because it's not even in there.
No. And the PNC actually doesn't have any money on the campus at Pitt. I went in there and I handed them I handed them a check for $3,000 or something.
Like,
And then I walk in right after I put it in the ATM. I put the money in the ATM and I go in. Can I have $400 in cash? They go, we actually don't have any money at this branch.
disgusting. This is a fucking game.
It was a huge building, a giant building, and they literally told me there is no money.
I would freak out.
We don't keep any money at this branch.
Well, which branch of the tree is it located?
Where the fuck is my money? I just handed you $5,000, whatever.
And you can't get $400 back. And I'm telling you, that's the game. People don't understand. I mean, that shows you. Yeah. Check this out.
I was livid.
The futurist is here. Can we go get him from downstairs?
Yeah. The door's open. Yeah, whatever.
The door's open?
You want me to grab him?
Yeah, go get him.
All right. Keep spinning that knowledge.
Get you trust, life insurance.
Grab him a chair too.
That
one probably won't fit him. It's my son.
Yo, dead ass, you should bring that over here. Please, I'm gonna set it up. Hold on. Facts. Gang is all I know. This is Devin's chair, the futurist. Let's go. Boy. They got me toasty out here. One time. Shout out Pittsburgh, PGH, for the people who need the acronym. I didn't know it was called PGH. Every city got their little, NYC. Yeah, we know that. You know what I'm saying? But like Charleston, CHS, Key West, KW. Excuse me. Once upon a time, not long ago, we was living free and we was on the go. All right, so check it. Off the record. 1933, our government went bankrupt, used us as collateral, future debt collaterals. Basically, all of our debts are paid for. This knowledge is forthcoming and is blowing our minds. The Vatican owns the UK banks. The UK banks own the American banks. And then America owns like all types of other banks. The USD is like big bad boy. But now we're in 2023 and BRICS, BRICS stands for, look it up. I know what it is, but I ain't gonna say it. But BRICS is a new kid on the block with the BRICS, and they basically about to knock the USD out. And that's what time it is. Get your money up, not your funny up. Get you a trust and life insurance. And now the futurist has arrived. Bah, 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 bah. Yo, we got the futurist. We got his chair right here. You know what I'm saying? This is my little buddy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Little future. You know what I'm saying? Come sit right here. Come. Daddy Snacks is here. Come sit with me.
I'm gonna upgrade. Yeah,
why not?
Scoot like
You want me in this thing? Okay.
Just slightly, you know what I'm saying? Don't fucking. He talk way more than me. Don't. You got to be that background guy.
Okay. Just like nod my head and confirm details.
He's like, yeah, this guy's shit.
It's real.
This is the guy, Devin Meek, aka the Futurist, BKA, better known as Futurist. He's a handsome fella. He does everything digital photography, video, everything nice. He does a lot in Charleston. He's one of these OG Ohio heads. We know each other back in Aiken, Augusta, kinda via mutual peoples. He was a Hawaiian head for a bit, but we like linked up as Destiny Prevails.
Shout out Jesse McCann.
Jesse McCann Ryder, Jesse Ryder McCann. Oh, that's. I mean, that was one of our cool mutual homies.
That was like my original business partner. OG business partner.
Not bad.
All right, let's do a shot.
That actually looks pretty good. What are we doing? More tequila?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fucking. Oh, no swearing, right?
No. There's no
Bro,
rules.
don't. No. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You can't do that. It's just blasphemy.
On top of it.
Can't.
Yes, sir.
How's that camera look? We good?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know, so he just sent me an address. He didn't really tell me what the address was. He just sent me an address.
Me?
And
Yeah.
said, pull up. So I was just like, all right, I put it into.
Sorry, I
Lyft,
just.
which
Take
one-
the mic. You want to talk?
By the way, sure. By the way, okay. By the way, it's confirmed. Lyft is still more expensive in Pittsburgh, just like it is in Charleston.
Yeah, they pay the drivers better though. I think,
Yeah,
which
I
is
heard
why
that. I heard
like
Lyft treats them.
I tend to
right.
support it.
Headphones?
No,
Jesus.
Yo, that'd be
Yeah.
fucking funny to make like a shareable headphone, but it's
That's-
like.
yeah,
it'd be
put
like
that one on the
Maybe
board.
like a goofy one. I don't know.
I used to do a lot of that at, when I used to ride the megabus. You know, when I lived in New York City and I was going back and forth up the Eastern Seaboard to Boston, back to New York, Boston, constantly. The megabus and then Bolt bus and the China bus, the
I don't know
Fenghua.
what you're talking about.
It's a whole thing, but it was like $15, $20 to go all the way
like
from.
Lyft, but like.
No.
So we're talking about transportation.
We're talking about transportation. And when I would ride it, my game, because I was always kind of a bit of a player, was I would have a movie like installed already on my laptop. This was way before internet was good enough or whatever to like stream anything. So I'd have a movie, but then you'd have the headphone with the AirPod. You know, it's not AirPods. It was like an actual Apple string, and you'd put one in your right ear, and then she'd borrow the left ear.
If you want to talk, you gotta like move it up to your mouth. All right.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. So,
What were we talking
so are you a Pittsburgher? You live here?
No.
You came here with
Yeah.
this guy?
Gang.
Yeah. I kind of just he'll like be
Here,
like,
if you want to talk, you got to talk right into it.
sorry.
Like about 1 inch, 1 inch or less.
I'll get better at this. Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of his just
No, literally 1 inch.
kind of just this good right here. I'll even use the voice. We used to just he'd hit me up and be like, "Hey, do you want to go to Key West?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And since my job as a social media manager, I run social media for 2 clubs in Charleston: Ink Cocktail Club,
He's done a lot.
Cocktail Lounge, and Deco. I mean, during the pandemic, man, I was in the streets. Like it was like trying to get whatever I could, like just who's gonna pay me, and not even sometimes just pay me in alcohol was almost good enough. Sometimes it was a rough time. I just went through a breakup. You know, we heal in different ways, I believe. Let me pass this on.
Oh yeah.
Am I getting it real on here? Is it making it real now?
No, say what you want to say.
So can you, I guess, just tell me a little bit about who you are and what you're doing in Pittsburgh?
Oh, sure, yeah. So Jerry Feelsgood, aka the Gringo Flamingo, aka all kinds of. The man can do all genres. We did a. He got asked to do an Afrobeats party. I don't think he had any experience with Afrobeats music, and I mean, dude has the ability to just research something for like I don't know what his amount of research he put into it, but he pulls up, throws an amazing Afrobeats party.
Wow.
So he just calls me to follow him along to these things. And basically, I feel like he just wants a witness to attest to like what he's doing out here,
Go.
pushing the Strawberry Lane presence. But Strawberry Squad.
So you do video?
Yeah, I
and
do video,
photos?
photography, and graphic design. I
Sick.
do all 3. And I'd say I do pretty fair at all 3 of them separately. Like,
Check out my lenses.
oh, okay.
Go in the closet.
All
and
right,
tell me what you
yes.
think.
I don't know about this Afro beat scenario. I fucking crush Afro beats. But shout out I'm a Piano, the new kid on the block. Have you heard I'm a Piano yet?
Yeah, it's big in Pittsburgh right now. It's
Oh,
interesting. Yeah,
is it?
Yeah, huge. So you have that set already lined up? Yeah.
So I can play
Femi
it
plays a
tomorrow
lot of that
night.
stuff. Yeah.
At least like the opener.
Not at the Sky Bar though.
No, maybe early.
Yeah.
I'm playing it early. But like not the whole time I get it.
Yeah.
No, that's my vibe, bro. It's like an in between. Like let's say it's in between Afro beats and like Afro house.
Yeah. I like that there's instruments. I like that a lot of them have like flute at the end, or they'll have like a violin or a harpsichord or something, like some like real instruments. I switched all the way to like
what's
Sony
going on in
Alpha.
there?
I'm all E mount now. I used to have Canon lenses. I don't know what you're shooting on.
So email. I used to rock Canon glass on my Sony, so I have a
Yeah, the same adapter I have for my 2470 up there.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So
yeah. It's obnoxious though. The focus doesesn't quite.
No, yeah,
work
it's
as
like
well.
you got to be that like Johnny on the spot with it.
Yeah,
But I just want to test. We were listening to one of your podcasts with, I believe it was one of your best friends.
Yeah, basic.
And he called you out for your camera. And like, cause you got it on eBay or something like that.
He called me out for everything.
I know. I noticed. I was like, God, he's one of those friends that just bust your balls. Yeah.
It's fun.
But
it's good. You need that.
You need it. But you should have said it's about the lens. That would have been the answer. Hey,
absolutely.
It's the lens.
Yeah. Somebody else made that point, I think, really well. Was my buddy Zero, Zach Dubs, who was like the first real photographer I had on here, and he's done really well. You know, he has his own little company now. He's starting to build out where he's able to start hiring people for shows, and instead of having to go to everything.
That's the goal.
And he can bring out like 3 or 4 people, have like a videographer, like 2 or 3 angles, and then he just has to do the edits. You know. Which AI will take over some of that, right?
Don't even get me started, man. They call me the futurist for a reason. I'm all about the AI and future tech and just whatever is kind of pushing the bleeding edge of whatever. But
what have you noticed in terms of things that you've actually been able to implement?
So
space?
I think a lot of people are like scared that AI will replace you. I kind of disagree just because it will replace certain aspects of things you do. Like instead of me needing to take the pen tool, which is a tool used to like, I don't know, in Photoshop or Illustrator, it's, whatever. It's a vector based. Let me not.
It's how I used to surround shit in order to copy it out and
cut
paste it in something else.
It would take a while.
Yeah, but now they have that. Just hit it. It's just object selection tool. That shit is a game changer.
And it's like
that's how I do the covers of all these podcasts.
Okay,
I just remove the background with 3 clicks. It's 3 clicks to remove the background now. I used to have to do that pen.
No, yeah, and that's like what I try to tell people. It's like, sure, there's people on Fiverr who like would get paid to do that exact job.
Yeah.
Well, now they're out, but if they decide to implement that and maybe it allows their mind to free up for a new aspect that they can then add on top of what the AI is already making easier for them. So I use that, like, instead of scrolling all through stock websites, now I'm able to tell Midjourney, which is a AI art generation program through Discord, which if you don't know about Midjourney, look into it. It's sick. They just added painting, which is like a whole AI art thing. But definitely just, it's even through video, it's like I use it for beat matching in videos and making like editing clips easier. It's just, I embrace AI. So there we go. So
that's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people have told me that I should use it to edit these, and I can't imagine any other way than going through, finding all of the references, adding them all on Instagram, making sure they get tagged appropriately in the descriptions, finding the best parts. How are they going to know what the best part is so that I can make the little highlight reel?
Exactly.
There's no way that a computer can know that.
Were you going to jump in or?
Terminator 2 is based on real life.
I mean,
wait, what is the lineup? The Matrix? Wait, Terminator 2 is the prequel to the Matrix.
Are we saying that they're connected?
Anyways, AI, fucking get in where you fit in, bro.
It's getting crazy, but it doesn't have to replace you. That's all.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just a work tool.
Yeah.
Until
You
they,
got many tools on your belt. This is one of them. It's just the biggest.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out Allen Iverson. You feel me? The original AI.
Practice.
Shout out Alan.
Practice? What you talking about? Practice.
And shout out Post Malone. Okay, it's like whatever.
Posty on the Kill Tony podcast. Amazing.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah, I love Kill Tony now. I've been thinking about starting to do a little stand-up just because I feel like it's so hard. It's one of those arts. It's way beyond the challenge of
I want to do
DJing,
stand up
because
that's the scariest.
Exactly.
Like,
when you're DJing, you have all of this layers and layers of support.
All types of entertainment.
You have the
Comedy.
music. Exactly.
You just walk up there and like.
That's it. You and a mic. You and a mic.
Yeah. Terrifying.
You can do like slap comedy or whatever, but it's still just you and a microphone.
That's it.
Fucking be funny, bro. Cause like I'm funny, not because I say I'm funny, but people say I'm funny. But
Funny looking.
Yeah, that too. But like, But it's like one thing. It's one thing to be like naturally funny with stuff going on, but it's another like to go up and be like a bright light on your face.
Yep. And make motherfuckers laugh.
Like you make me
Crazy.
laugh or what
And then
else?
if you fuck up or bomb, it's like
But that's what I'm looking for. I think
you
that
need that.
that's also a
So
great
you-
experience.
It's like masochism or whatever.
Masochism, yes, yeah, absolutely.
Not fun while it's happening, but afterwards. Man.
You got talking to that.
I know, man. I'm just trying not to get all up here, you know.
But you guys can grab it. It'll go longer.
Okay.
Like
Can
you
we
can
both-
you
can
can
we both
make
grab
it
it?
longer.
Fucking
Just grab it and talk.
I've seen this video.
You can manhandle this thing. If it pops off, we'll put it back on. Yeah,
All right, I just don't like.
yeah, yeah,
There'll
yeah.
be a point where it's like
That sounds
Devin
good.
just keeps pulling the mic back.
Dude,
from
it's
Jerry.
well, look how good it works. It swings. It
Yo,
swings. It's on a
relax.
pivot. It's on a pivot. Next time I'll have 2.
Gucci.
Sorry. I'm looking into upgrading the mic, so then I'll have 3
We
or
just
4.
need 2 more. That's all.
Yep. I'm gonna get the EVs. I think.
3-person guess.
Yeah, you got that buffer or whatever, but as long as the third guest doesn't like try to like take over or something, because it's about.
It's
you know.
nice, even if it's 2. Even if it's like 2 hosts.
Right. Which I've thought about. I mean, obviously, we'll have to find a new space. Although I've thought about also putting in like a poker table. I really want to start doing a poker night.
Poker table during the podcast. So there's banter, and it's also you could interview. It'd be so, but poker's already a mind fucked anyways.
No. You wouldn't be doing poker. You would have a table in the center of the room here,
You just
and then
smoke
the
cigars
podcast
and
would
drink.
be around it, so that you
Yeah.
could fit a lot more for people.
It's a
yeah.
good look, but to add to your poker idea though,
Yeah.
just to add on top of your original
Yeah,
poker idea,
but with crypto.
it's like yeah,
All crypto.
ooh,
So
it's like
everybody
Hot
gets in,
Ones,
and you
but
have
poker.
chips, and then at the end of the night, the crypto gets distributed into your account.
Yeah, okay.
Liquor in the front, poker in the back.
Pure
Because liquor, like liquor.
Bitcoin, just Bitcoin poker.
Liquor in the front, poker in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I used the Bitcoin ATM once.
Yeah.
Robbed. I was robbed
Really?
immediately.
It was like
awful.
36, 37.
Well, they charged like 100 something bucks.
yeah,
like,
yeah, just to use it.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Yeah, but you weren't robbed if you bought Bitcoin. That's the point.
No, I know.
If you look around any city and tell me how many places say we sell gold.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen a sign on a business that says we sell gold?
Yes. Right? No. Damn it.
It says we
Mandela effect.
buy gold.
Sponsored by Dr. Gold.
But think about that.
What's it bouncing?
It'll stay once you get it. So, but think about that. That's because there's a very good reason for that, right? Which is that the people who run those shops understand that gold is the investment.
Yeah.
It's so much better than paper money. You can't even describe like how much better it is.
What
It's
it's
like
like
guns,
valuable
bullets,
usable.
lands, gold, Bitcoin. If you don't have those 4, throw it away.
Fiat money. So, you know, people like trip about like pyramid schemes.
And children. Children are really the ultimate investment. That's where I'm at.
Facts.
Scary thought, but I'm thinking.
Grow you one.
So, question. He's getting into a pyramid scheme, but I wanted to ask, and I heard in Pittsburgh, recreational use of
Cannabis?
medicinal. Is it
Yeah, we have medicinal, but not
I
recreational.
found the guy, Frank at the gas station. Sorry, Frank, I'm snitching. I already got his number.
He says
He's got the
he can
goods.
take care of you. Yeah, I mean,
And we're talking
obviously
about
there's like Delta
9.
8 and
Sponsored by High Rise.
when my buddy Chalupa informed me that Wyclef was a terrible rapper, it really broke my heart. It was like when somebody told me that Guru had no bars. I was like, really? Like, no.
Where's Guru from?
What? Boston.
Didn't know that.
Really? Yeah. DJ Premier, obviously New York, and then Guru Boston. There's some amazing hip hop from Boston. So, there-
Marky Mark.
no, it's called, the dude did a collaboration with MF Doom and then with Ghostface, and it's called
That proper.
man, I can't remember, something face, Iron Face or Kill Face, whatever. But there's, and then Idea, I think the battle rapper was from Boston. There's a bunch.
You did some rap, didn't you?
We saw that.
I was DJing for rappers.
Freestyle?
Yeah, we could. You want to?
No, not.
Let's go.
Jerry freestyle.
Yeah, let's
Jerry
freestyle.
freestyles.
Come up missing like Snoop Dogg's police files.
you get-
But
when
the
you
problem
get-
is I don't know how to get the beat into the recording is the problem. I know it's possible, but I've struggled to make that happen.
I respect the placement. of the tattoo on the
Oh,
back of the arm.
sick. Yeah. You saw this one?
Yeah.
Well, mine's the right arm, but you got the
is,
left.
Gun. That's Transformers, right?
No,
Oh.
Godzilla, Mecha
My
Godzilla.
eyesight is terrible, bro. No, I know it's right there, bro. I'm like, I'm a
Godzilla,
blind
Mecha
photographer.
Godzilla. This one. That one. Yours are crazy.
Show the.
The placement is wild. It's like each one has like 2 spots at least.
This shit mad spooky.
Yeah.
B.
Yeah, no, keep me away from sharp objects, I guess. Got a lot of decapitated heads on here.
He ready for war.
No, not me.
Jerry feels good in the futurist.
So Ink-
take over Pittsburgh.
Ink and Ivy. I remember.
Oh, gee. So you've been in Charleston for a minute.
I mean, I was there for 4 years.
Oh.
I DJ'd 1 time.
2 times. The wedding?
Just the wedding.
That was your choice.
Maybe.
You had a real job. You think I'm out here DJing for fun?
I barely survived. Residency was miserable. I started saying these poems about how I felt like I was in the trenches in World War I. And my boss was like, "You need to talk to somebody."
Huh. What are you sipping?
Agua vit.
I think I have to re-up.
Oh, yeah,
Trying to
take it.
maybe catch up a little bit.
Here, take whatever you need.
Gracias, senor. Ask him about the Gringo Flamingo.
De nada. So tell me about.
Are you Puerto Rican?
No, that's a Cuban flag.
That's what I meant. That's what I said. Actually, I was going to ask
I'm
you about
Jew.
Cuba.
I'm like straight Jew. My wife won't go to
Cuba
Cuba
Jew?
because of the No, my mom's a convert, so I'm half Jew, half like white mutt. The
What did we say?
my wife won't go to Cuba because she doesn't like the government.
Oh, I don't want to go to America. I'm stuck here. Nah, I feel like some of them communist countries mass us. Like you see people traveling, have a good time,
Yep.
but I feel like
Like in North Korea, when you watch the videos, you're like, well, why is all the fruit made of wood?
nah, like also Key West is like 60 miles from Cuba, which is fire, which is mad. Like my goal, like I don't know if it's a goal, but it's a goal. Is like I'm gonna do the Key West scene, and then I'm eventually hop over into the Caribbean,
Dope.
West Indies.
Yeah.
And
I had fun in Beckway.
I want to be in island time.
Hit Beckway. I had a great time. Barbados. I had a great time on Barbados.
Like their life, even if they're not making crazy money.
This was the first time
The
I
life
went
is
to a
good.
ragamuffin party. I'm like,
Wait, where we at?
I was in Beckway.
Where's
I was-
that?
It's British Virgin Islands, I think. Or yeah. I
So
think
is that, that's what I'm
BVI.
saying. There's so many islands down there.
Yeah. The Grenadines. Maybe it's the Grenadines, but I've been down like a few times on my aunt's boat. It's crazy.
To
Crazy to all
Beckway.
BVI's, Grenadines, and then Belize. So 3 trips. And the Grenadines are crazy, like, but Barbados, Beckway, the cows are mad skinny. And then I was out at the like town square, and these guys are just standing around a jug of wine, just like pouring themselves a cup of wine and then sipping it and kind of listening to music. I'm like, where are the girls at, man? And this guy goes, what you mean it's a ragamuffin party? I guess a ragamuffin party is
Huh.
no ladies.
I don't.
So it's just a dude's party?
The only thing I know about ragamuffin, well, as far as like recently, is Coffee, that Jamaican artist, put out that song Ragamuffin, which is fire.
Ooh.
But like Ragamuffin's like, yeah, I'm not trying to go to the dude's party. I mean, this is a dude's party.
Sometimes it's fun hanging out with the bro. You know?
What are you talking about? bro?
Clothes on, obviously. I hope.
What's Pittsburgh? Why are you here?
I'm here because I'm getting my training done, man. My best friend lived here, so Ryan was here
So you're-
when I moved, and then as soon as I made the commitment, he bounced to Sacramento. A year and a month. I just moved in.
From here.
Nah, dude, I'm from Detroit.
In my head, I'm like, oh.
I'm like that Pittsburgh dude. So I was here from college, 2005 to 2009, and then I stayed for 2 years doing research and DJing. I was making this music project with my buddy called Jaguar Milk, Tranquilizers. It was like kind of what you're talking about. We were 2 dudes in an apartment making
Sounds
music.
crazy.
It was Moombahton.
Jaguar milk.
Moombahton Day. Yeah, so we had a whole Moombahton album we dropped.
What
we were- 2009 to 2011, but we did pretty well. We had a remix of Party Rock Anthem that had like a few 100,000 plays on YouTube at the time, like while we were doing it, not over the last 20 years.
Yeah,
Like,
send me that.
Still big for back
Oh, this song is crazy. Yeah, I still have it on my edit pack. I have 100 edits that I just released, and nobody ever like. I don't even know if people know about it, but it's on my link tree. So if you want them, they're free. Not a Patreon. It's just a go get 100 edits, including the Party Rock Anthem joint. I think should be in there.
I won't pay for it. Yeah.
So
because we're not doing Moombahton anymore.
So for people who don't know, when you guys,
It's not all Moombahton, man.
Okay.
There's like 3 Moombahton records in there.
so for people who don't know, when you say edits, like you're selling 100 edits, that would be like a tool for like a DJ to have, because it's like, oh, I already got all these good. See, I don't know this stuff.
Yeah.
I learned from him a little bit. He's a good teacher with some stuff.
But yes.
He'll be like, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Will you watch all this? I'll be like, bro, you know I don't know shit about this. Yeah, so I'll be like up there kind of like pretending like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I know it's a mortal sin, but like I'm like, okay, it looks like I'm sliding pressing things. Like, do they believe us? I don't fucking know. We're in
You
Key
ever see
West.
the-
Who knows?
Do you ever see the video of the guy at the ski resort and he's DJing on just like a table of snow with the little like knobs?
He crushed it.
Somebody hit like a little smoke puff when the
shit's
drop
so
it.
fire. Fire.
I love that video.
I wonder if that guy's like DJing getting
put
kicks
it in.
now. It's probably possible. He probably became a real DJ.
Well, it only
Have you
worked
seen
because
that?
all his friends were so hype. Like that's
He
all
was
it
crushing
takes,
it.
right?
Let's talk about Moombahton just real quick.
Oh yeah, I loved it when it was a thing. Bauer, Dylan Francis, Munchie. It was such a great time.
You know how Moombahton started?
Wasn't it the urban legend, possibly apocryphal, that Dave made
no, it was real.
slowed down a house record, like
The
a bubbling record?
The song was called Moomba.
Mm-hmm.
It was a house record.
Mm-hmm. It was 128, but he pulled it back to 114 or whatever. Yeah, dude, we were in the Wikipedia entry about Moombahton for like 20 years. Like I know a lot about Moombahton, bro.
Wait, you're in the Moombahton
When you went
classifieds?
on,
You're in the yellow pages.
when
of
you went
Moombahton?
on Wikipedia Moombahton, we didn't even edit it. They had our names in there at one point.
Bruh,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Huh.
All right,
Tranquilizers.
we're hanging out with the low key. Also,
Moomba
Um,
famous.
have you? Yo, whatever twerks.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about. I love your socks, by the way.
My socks match my chain.
I wa-
Birthday gang.
you kind of like remind me of Riff Raff a little.
I open up for Riff Raff. Shout out Riff Raff.
Can you talk a little bit about your worldview and kind of what you think is really going on?
It's a lot going on. It's immense views. All right, so globe Earth, question it. Government, always question it. Religion, question it. Quote unquote science, question it because it's turned into scientism, which is religion. So, but ask questions. We're taught in the USA. We're taught in the USA to just like follow suit, which a lot of countries like. It's actually legal. There's actually a law that they passed where it's like for the USA to legally do propaganda. Did y'all know that? I don't know the law. Maybe I need to remember it. But there's like a law. Like we used to be able, I think we used to be able to do it to other countries. And then but obviously
We can do it to ourselves now.
yeah, which is I mean, let's talk about BlackRock. BlackRock pretty much owns everything, whether it's like high stock or not. BlackRock is like top of the pyramid. Like there's like
This is like the global.
This is like the demon.
order.
This is like the demon satanic elite up here, and then BlackRock is like
like
right
the
here.
Illuminati.
Yeah, and no, but like
Bilderberg.
yeah, like everyone in BlackRock's probably like within or, but it's all compartmentalization. Like look at your dollar bill. That's the pyramid scheme. It has a pyramid on it. Like people are like, is that a pyramid scheme? I'm like, did you look at the dollar bill? Okay, so check this. You ready?
It's unfinished. It's an unfinished pyramid. So that's the symbol of basically
scheme.
what life is like, right? So I don't know a lot about masonry, but my understanding of the symbolism of the unfinished pyramid is something like the search for perfection or trying to achieve perfection, but not being able to. So we
Dude.
always have more work to do.
Are you a
trying to-
Freemason?
No.
That's what they would say.
I got invited twice.
Really?
Yes, at
Nice.
a bar, which
Yeah, we're trying to. Well, they do a lot of ceremonial drinking. That was the only reason I wanted to join. My buddy is in it, and he talked to me, but he was like, "Yeah, we do a lot of like ceremonial toasts and stuff." I was like, "That sounds dope, actually." Yeah.
There's no secrets here.
Well, my mom talked about a lot of that shit too when she was on. She was talking about like the Rose Cross Order, Rosenkreuz,
Yeah, it's all.
which
It's
is like related.
a lot of things that
The people that guarded
they
the.
bring you into Everything is like compartmentalized. It's like a lot of government is. It's like you know about this area, but you don't know about the whole thing until you get in.
This is a crazy story I haven't told on the podcast yet. And it's Pittsburgh. It's a Pittsburgh story. So
PGA.
And it's a DJing story, which is wild that I haven't told this one yet. So
let's go.
As I was DJing at Pitt Dance Marathon, which was one of the biggest shows I did.
What year is this?
2007, 2008.
So wait, you've been networking, but you haven't lived here.
No, I lived here from 2005 to 2011. I told you.
So
that.
you're back. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm back.
It's a lot going on.
10 years later. It took me 10 years to get back to Pittsburgh. But basically, when I was DJing 2007, 2008, there was this amazing big football game that happened. It was called the Backyard Brawl. So Pitt against West Virginia. But it wasn't just any big football game.
Collegiate?
West Virginia was destined to play in the national championship. And the only thing that could have stopped them was an unranked Pitt beating them. And so we had nothing to lose, and they had everything to lose. And the game happened during Pitt Dance Marathon, and I was on stage DJing during it. I was responsible for programming 24 hours of entertainment. That was just one thing that happened over the course of the 24 hours. A bunch of other stuff happened, like me not sleeping at all, sleeping underneath some bleachers while one of my buddies DJ'd. You know, I put on like 8 or 9 different DJs that night. I had like Bonix came through, McFly came through. I mean, a lot of people. But at night, it turned into a rave. It was wild, like 4,000 maybe plus, just crazy. Sean Alexander played, my buddy, a couple other people played, but whatever. At kind of the peak when things were really, really packed, I was on stage and kind of noticed somebody coming up on me. And you know that feeling when you're a DJ, like there's somebody in the booth. It's like, okay. I look over to my left and it is a cloaked person. So a person wearing all black robes with the mask on, like some kind of white, like.
Is this a dress up event? Or
No. Everybody else was just wearing regular clothes like you and me.
Oh, so just a weird character to see.
And they look at me
what time is this? Like, do you remember?
Yeah, it was probably like 2 in the morning, like right when the party was at max, like max intensity. They look at me and they go, this is a donation. Here you go. It's a donation for, like, I forget what they wanted me to donate it to. I guess, for the Pitt Dance Marathon fundraiser or whatever from the Druids. They go, so you need to announce it on the mic and say, like, this is a donation. The Druids have donated $100, whatever. I'm like, okay. And it was 100 singles. It was weird. Like, it was a fucking weird envelope to hand me.
He's either going to take this donation or we're going to the strip club.
Well, say it's like, some last night strip club.
It was real weird. So I take the envelope. I don't think anything of it. You know, people hand you money all the time when you're DJing, actually. It's not that big of it's not that crazy of a thing.
We're not playing that request either, probably.
I photograph it happening.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? Like, people hand me a 20, whatever. Like, they used to give me money. It wasn't a big deal, but it was this was a little strange. So I put it in my pocket and I kind of just forgot about it. And an hour later, I hadn't made any announcements. I was walking through the crowd to take a piss or something. And one of my friends, like somebody who I knew peripherally, like grabs me. It's this woman that I won't say her name, whatever. And she looks at me and she whispers in my ear, "Aren't you forgetting something?"
Then what?
I made the announcement, dude. Like those people.
You went back and said,
Oh yeah, I had to DJ later, so I made the announcement, I think.
But because that was super creepy, right?
Yeah,
No,
and
but
I gave the money where it belonged. Like I definitely like played along.
No, but like they don't understand that we busy. Like, we don't give a fuck about your fucking. This guy sleeping under. I don't know why it's fucking funny.
I'm sleeping on the bleachers, and you're over here trying to play your little game with like donations, $100 donation. Like that's such a
Wow.
big deal. Yeah, that's funny as fuck. These people are going to cancel the hell out of me now. They probably run all the institutions of higher learning in
The
Pittsburgh. now.
Druids are no, but that
But yeah,
makes
that
sense.
was the one of the secret societies at Pitt, I guess. Like whatever.
No, Druids is like a pagan type religion. Like they wear.
Yeah, but they had a secret society at Pitt where they used to meet and do stupid shit.
Skulls, it's like that.
Just like that, skull and bones. It's beyond the fraternity and sorority scene.
It's all like layers.
So that's the idea, is basically like we're being manipulated. There's some kind of big scheme, and it has to do with like. Do you believe in this depopulation? Like depopulation?
You ain't gotta believe in it.
Agenda.
They literally verbally tell us what they doing.
They want less people, right? That was the whole Bill Gates thing. He's
Yeah. What is it? It's in their paperwork, but then they use like double talk and double think where they say it verbally to your face, and you're just like, yeah. One of the things, this is, people ask me, what's new? Jerry, what's new? I'm like, same old shit. This is the coolest thing I can touch base on. 1933, our government went bankrupt, and they used us as future debt collaterals. Basically, all of our debts are already paid for. Public debts are paid for. And any debt you have can be cleared because via we were signed up into a trust via our birth certificate and our social security. Our social security card is basically a credit card, and it has millions of dollars in it on your name, and you
Pause. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm
Pause.
deadass.
No, pause, bro. Where's this money at, dog? Where the fuck is this money at, for real? Where's this coming from? That's all I'm gonna ask.
Okay, listen. When you look at, all right, ready? This is the dopest shit I can talk about. Everything else, fuck Jerry. No, Jerry feels good. Forget about it. But this
I
is
saw you post about this. I'm actually very curious.
basically. So look,
We had a whole drive to talk about it. 7 hours.
we didn't talk about it, but like it's a language of law that's you have to learn it. Sure, you can. It took me a while to understand, but you'll see. Like I follow a lot of truth people, a lot of woke people, a lot of like, if they're talking about some type of truth that like may or may not bother me, it's just like, fine, whatever. Let's look into what they're talking about. Sometimes when somebody presents truth to you, you're just like, I can't handle this. I don't like it. So you like defer back to like, that's not true, because that's all you know. But 1933 went bankrupt. They used us citizens, USA citizens. They corporatized us, and our birth certificate and social security is put into like trust and bonds, and your corporate entity is all capitalization. So you'll look at your license or your debts. It'll say your name in all capitalization, but our names aren't spelt. Our proper names aren't in all caps. No cap. And so your license, your bills, your mortgage, your et cetera, whatever. But that's your corporate entity. So when our parents, unbeknownst to them, they signed up for their birth certificate. Why do you need a certificate of birth? Why can't you just be born? Because they're basically you become corporatized, and we're all. I'm regurgitating some of this, so I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But we're basically on paper, corporate USA Incorporated. Like the USA now, if you're a USA citizen, you are a part of the USA Corporation. They own you. You can uncorporatize yourself, which I'll eventually do. And you don't need insurance. I was telling him about this. You don't have to drive with a license. You don't have to have a license.
This just happened with this. You talking about sovereign citizen?
Yeah,
This
all
is
that,
a big thing.
Oh, it's
in Pittsburgh. No, it's really sad.
It's moving.
No.
Why
it's
is it
really
sad?
Because there's a guy who barricaded himself in a house in Garfield because he was living there saying he was a sovereign citizen, that he didn't belong here, that he wasn't eligible for having to drive with a license. He'd been pulled over before, and he was basically wandered out of his car, said, hey, you can't touch me. I'm not a citizen. I'm a sovereign citizen.
Right.
And so I don't need a driver's license. I don't need insurance.
Right.
Then last
you gotta
week,
know the language.
hang on, last week he knew all the language, buddy. He barricaded himself in his house last week, and they came to evict him because he wasn't paying rent. He was squatting because he's a sovereign citizen.
Oh no, he didn't do the right. He didn't do the right paperwork.
And they
shot him.
Well, yeah, after they shot up the entire block, took out a bunch of people's cars, windows, tires,
This is
neighbor
here?
houses.
This is recent?
Garfield, Pittsburgh, last week. And he shot a bunch of people too. He shot a cop and a couple other people
All right, well,
from his house.
fuck that guy. That's not what we talking about.
But it kind of is a little.
No, listen, what I'm talking
Also,
about.
shout out Stone Throw.
Oh yeah,
Nice,
amazing,
nice.
right? Yeah.
Quasimodo, Madlib,
Black Rob, bro. Black
guy-
Rob.
Jay
Well.
Dilla, R.I.P.
That guy was,
Illest.
MF Doom, R.I.P.
Oh, amazing.
but you had to do the paperwork. That guy was not doing the paperwork.
Detroit. The paperwork. I thought your whole point was we need to get away from paperwork.
No, but you have to understand. So we became corporatized citizens
Right?
via our birth certificate and our social security card. But you can use those to your benefit, and you can pay all your debts off with that. Running around saying I'm a sovereign citizen, that's fine and dandy. But like, if you didn't do your paperwork and you still have a registration and all that, and you're just yelling, I don't know that story. That sounds crazy.
It's wild, right? That's really sad.
No, but like,
A lot of people were mostly upset with the police. They weren't blaming him. They were blaming the police for taking this militarized approach,
oh, easy.
and then for evicting someone from a house where basically they had to live because of all the gentrification. They couldn't afford to live anywhere else. That was their other point.
Yeah,
It's kind
but
of interesting.
but the whole squatters rights is mad
Right.
corny. Like, I get it, that's the thing, but this guy,
Strawberry squatters' rights.
hey yo,
Goddamn, I've squatted at the strawberry squad a few times.
I said, sir. Anyways, y'all can look into what I'm talking about. Don't fucking shoot.
Sure.
Don't fucking shoot nobody unless you're trying to defend yourself on some like proper things. But
Bro, I saw some fucked up. Sorry, I saw something on YouTube. Sorry, yeah. So I saw something on YouTube the other day. They were like going to like one of the Norwegian, like it was like one of the Andals countries up there. What are the Andals? It's like the Northern Andals. Is
I
that
never
like
heard of
like
an
in
Andal.
Norway, Scotland, shit
That's
like that?
Scandinavia.
I know
Scandinavia.
Star Wars
Alright,
Andor.
So
Yeah,
some
Andor.
guy, he
Yeah.
went around Scandinavia or whatever,
Mhm.
that part. And he was like, what is the first thing you think when you think of America? And a lot of it was like, you know, beautiful women, this,
Mhm.
that. But most of it was like fat people,
Mhm.
school shootings,
Mm-hmm.
and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And that was like,
Well,
and I was like,
that's the
is-
propaganda machine.
Yeah.
everybody has a stereotype.
But school shootings, though, like worldwide, that's like, damn, that's like our kind of, unless, you know, it's guided video, you know, shot in those countries. But I would like to think that it's organic because just judging off the character and how people are acting, I feel like I can discern when people are acting versus when there's genuine, you know, you see like the micro expressions, stuff
Well,
like that. It's hard to act some of
Let's
those
go
things.
back to defunding government institutions. The school shooter in Parkland had 28 FBI complaints. 28 people
You
had
should probably take a
reported
look at that guy.
this
huh?
piece of shit and said he's going to kill people. He says he's going to kill people. And he was still able to get all these guns from his mom. And I mean, I think a lot of it is parenting, man. I mean, how many of these times have you seen where the parents provided the weaponry,
For
right?
sure.
It's like
But
they
it
bought
seems
the guns were in the house. Obviously, you know your kid has mental problems. They all
Yeah.
do. They all had depression, anxiety, psychosis. There's no reason any of those people should have access to firearms.
I
It's
agree.
just insane. It
And it's
doesn't make
absurd
any
how
sense.
easy it is to get access to those.
Okay.
I mean, even though parenting is so important.
No, hey, listen. The reason we were drinking, we excited in the city.
Yeah, we haven't even stepped foot, but what the Airbnb and here, that's been it. So
But you think that getting the guns is too easy? Is that what you said?
I think, you know, I know that we can 3D print guns, which is it's getting to the point now where 3D printed guns are actually something we should be paying attention to. Like I'd say a couple years ago, it was kind of scary, but now they have competitions amongst a bunch of gun nerds
Yeah, I've seen
who
all
can make
those.
the most
Called
lethal
ghost guns.
Exactly. And, you know, I like to consider myself a savant of modern media. I like to watch Vice before they took their total. They basically got a bunch of people to believe they were
Nothing worse
linking.
than Vice.
I know. Well, this is so.
The most corrupt.
That's what I was
going
gonna
to
say. So,
and the guy was like
well,
a
they
creep.
proved it. I mean, Fox owned a piece of Vice, which is fucking crazy,
Wow.
right?
I remember
So-
when their offices went up in Brooklyn. I could tell those guys
Yeah.
were schmucks. It was
They had the right
Williamsburg.
intentions. They had the right intentions when they started, but guess what? Money,
Yeah.
baby. Money wins a lot of the time. And even when you have a cool guy, artsy idea, because I love the magazines,
Yeah.
very artsy, great photography, but watching the programming, it started being almost another propaganda machine when originally it
Outrage
started.
machine.
Yeah,
right?
and guess what?
Generating outrage.
They make it entertaining as fuck. Even if you don't want to like believe everything, you're like, damn, the reporting is pretty stylish. This is kind of like nice to watch, but I have to remember
Yeah, good
this
visuals.
is propaganda, and that's how easy human beings can get warped and believe shit. You're like, oh, this looks pretty.
So
And that's why my job can be
because-
dangerous.
totally. Yeah, yeah. As the videographer, right?
And
You're
photographer
sculpting.
and graphic designer.
Yeah,
You
you're
see the flyer
sculpting.
I made it in probably like what, an hour and a half?
This guy's trying.
Less.
You do flyer design too in
Yeah,
all
wait.
Photoshop, or what are you doing?
Yeah, so in Photoshop.
But you're using the AI elements also.
No, I didn't use any AI for this. So this was fresh today. The only thing that was used was the picture of the hands almost touching in the clouds. I got those as separate images, but
Oh, that's crazy.
but I made that.
Yo, the future is seem mad nice.
For ink, and we just needed something to promote.
Talking to the mic.
The text. I'm sorry, the text and everything. He's like, bro, this is gonna be an editing nightmare tomorrow. I'm gonna have to literally.
Oh, I'm not going to touch this for
This has
another
been
week.
a volley back and forth. And guess what? We're from Charleston. We know a delayed project. It's
It's gonna suck.
I have like 8 music videos in limbo.
It's gonna suck.
I've got 8 music videos in limbo. We're in Pittsburgh.
That's interesting, but it's just
Hey,
we're fucking it up.
all of our debts are paid. Holla at me.
Pittsburgh.
Oh.
We're doing video, photo.
Yeah.
The video.
Also, shout out these two guys. You said y'all knew each other in Charleston.
I used to go to his gigs. I was a stan. I was a Jerry Feels Good stan.
Dude,
He was the best DJ in Charleston.
Is he not one of the easiest people to enjoy to watch? The collection of music he has. See, Jerry, he's kind of like what I like to call a moody DJ because he plays what he wants.
He also took good care of me when I would go to his shows. Like I would see him
Oh,
out,
yeah.
and he would
Want a
always like,
shot?
make sure that exactly. Like
What,
that
Espelon,
me and
right?
my crew,
Tequila, right?
yeah, me and my crew were well
Tequila.
taken care of. So
Always takes care of
I'm a
me.
big fan.
What era of what were we drinking? Was it whiskey or
You made me drink some kind of like little iced tea shots or something, like some kind of like.
green tea shot? No, that's like a good medium when you're too fucked.
On Tuesday nights, Jerry, with the night he does, Tuesday nights at Ink, it's called First Class Tuesdays. It's kind of like a college night that Ink's starting to do, but they do $3 green tea shots. So, hey, if you're
So-
in the Charleston area.
We're not doing promo right now.
Somebody had a really good
Shout out Ink. We appreciate you. Shout
drink
out Tyler
last
Sharp.
night. What was it? It was like they replaced. It had peach schnapps in it, and they replaced the bar mix
Sounds fire.
with something else.
Yo, what's your favorite fruit? Pause.
Mango, man. I
Oh.
have a website for giving away mangoes called sharemango.com.
What?
One of my dope projects. Yeah, I love that.
Yo,
And basically, you can
that out
you can sign up, so you can go on sharemango.com and you can
sharemango.com.
take a time slot and put in your address, and if it's available, I'll come and cut a mango and eat it with you anywhere in Pittsburgh.
That's sick. And
City
also,
limits.
do you know where the mangoes are? The mangoes like local, or are they like? Because if they're coming from Hawaii, shout out Hawaii.
No. So the best mangoes are my mother-in-law, rest in peace. Her mango tree in Hialeah is like where really my favorite mangoes on earth are.
Wow.
They
Hialeah,
do
that
like
sounds like
almost
a Hawaiian place, almost, right?
They do over 1,000 a year,
Yeah.
and no, Hialeah, it's in Miami, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
really? It
yeah,
almost
yeah.
has that Hawaiian sound. Hialeah.
I'm sure. Go to Miami or Hawaii.
No, I'm just saying, like, I know you're trying to.
Both, but he's talking about.
Oh,
Miami.
go to Miami to live and work. Yeah, I think it's a strong candidate. The main reason that I'm thinking Detroit is because my mom has just proven more, like she wins. She's much more involved in my children's lives.
Your rent will probably be cheaper, or your living would be cheaper in Detroit.
Big time. We'll be able to get a house. We'll be able to get land. We'll be able to do the whole thing that we were talking about. Like I can move onto the compound. I can buy the third house next to my siblings' house and my mom's house. And yeah, we can build out the compound, like keep it contiguous, have like over 100 acres connected with farmland,
Yeah, Detroit's
chickens,
developing. I mean,
cows,
every time I've like
goats.
Detroit. Goated.
No, Detroit's developing though. It really is. I mean, even as someone from Ohio, you know how the Ohio Michigan thing is. It's like
Yeah.
the football rivalry, and we actually battled. There was a war between
the war at Toledo. That's
Toledo.
That's how you guys got Toledo, and we got the
you
Upper
guys got a
Peninsula.
big ass piece of Wisconsin. Wisconsin got the shit in the stick on that one, didn't they? They're like, wait,
Kinda.
they lost, but they get what? Okay,
We got a
sure.
big chunk of Canada, to be honest.
No, yeah, that's nice.
It's truly Canada up there. There's no
Canada
highway.
fucks,
It's the
dude.
Queen. It's the Queen's Highway or something.
Sorry.
QEW. What do you
Sorry,
mean,
doesn't
man?
Canada fuck,
Oh, you
though?
like Canada?
Yeah.
The people are really nice, but the politics are.
I don't know. See,
Government them boy doing no
I
good.
became
No good.
apolitical a while ago. It was like
No
around
good.
2016.
No good. It's a gun
Bernie Sanders
grab.
was
It's like
my
the
candidate.
least free country in the Western Hemisphere. Mexico is more free than Canada, and they've got the cartels. Seriously, if you want to start a business, I'd rather be doing it in Mexico.
There's no snow.
Also, yeah, you are
there-
obsessed with the weather, huh?
But there's but there's most snow. You know what I'm saying?
You just hate being cold. Is
no,
that what
look,
it is?
I like dressing up in the cold, but it's like, bro, bikini bottom or fucking. Bro, you already know. I get it. I like to go visit snow, but living in it,
Yeah, no, not for you,
you can just go outside and like go pick your fruit.
dude. I love the
Year-round.
winter. I love it.
But also, I'm like into like growth and plants and farming.
Hmm
So
Yeah. So
you're
why
gonna-
wouldn't you live in a temperate zone? It'll all be temperate soon. What do you think about that? You like, you see that things are changing, right?
Okay, how about this? You ready?
But it's always been changing.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I mean, the Earth continues.
We go through cycles, right?
I think every few 100+ years or so, there's a reset due to bad man government trying to. Oh, how about this? Hashtag Tartaria, hashtag Tartarian Empire, hashtag mud floods. Go look that up.
Mud, worse than Mudbloods.
I don't know what that is.
Harry Potter, baby.
I don't know.
HP.
That's a swear. sir.
There's too many tangents.
Filthy Mudbloods.
So there used to be, the horse and carriage era, and everybody used to be dressed up to the nines, right? They had like Nikola Tesla and back, like the 1500s to the 1800s that we're not taught about. There's a whole empire, worldwide empire that was called Tartaria, and they had like giant people. They had everybody, but even though they had horse and buggies, they had electric scooters. They had free. Everybody was flying. Listen, everybody was flying around in blimps and free energy, and they used to pull energy from the ether.
Oh yeah, beaming energy is definitely real, and that's going to be
But they
one
had
of
all-
the keys once
all
we get
that
the
tech-
moon base going. That's why we're drilling into the southern pole of the moon, is because that's where the water is, right? That's where the ice is.
Unaware.
And once we get ice, once we have frozen water, access to water on the moon, it's a wrap. We can start mining
Thank you, sir.
asteroids for all the rare earth metals that are so expensive here.
Can I take your headphones on this one? I'd like to
Cadmium,
communicate with him on this one.
Yeah, it's going to be
Sorry.
incredible.
So
Please, go for it.
please.
Although you do sound good as long as you're close to the mic, and those aren't very long, bro. You're gonna knock over some.
Sorry.
All right.
Hey, all right. So now I understand what I sound like on here. So, man, the moon conversation excites the shit out of me. So
Yeah.
big on the space stuff. And I will say, whether we have been to the moon or not, whatever we believe, because there are plenty good arguments that we haven't. I'm not going there. But what
Look at Jerry.
I'm not
Look
going
at
there.
dumbass Jerry.
I know, bro. You got to be careful.
Stanley Kubrick.
You gotta be-
Stanley Kubrick. The track Bouncy.
He gave
Nobody.
Easter
Get More
eggs, The
Rowdy
Shining. Oh,
Than Suffolk County.
Suffolk
Peace to Crackhead Crowley. Honky Thomas. See, we do this. Yeah, so you're right. I mean, Stanley Kubrick said, like,
oh yeah, no. There's
I made the
definitely
movie,
like
right? But
compelling
that's
information.
probably one of the missions. Like some
yeah.
of them they probably went. Some of them they were like, we already did that.
Yeah,
We don't need to keep
maybe
going.
we have, but what I find funny is like we're struggling. We're struggling now to like be like, oh, do we have the right map to get there? And blah, blah. Like it's like, haven't we done this before? I feel like
That
we've
is
been there
kind of a
before.
compelling
It's kinda
argument.
weird,
Yeah, that's a
huh?
compelling argument
So
that
it's-
that we've never been back
Right.
since the 70s.
But are they playing dumb? I don't fucking know. All I know is once we have a moon base, space travel is getting way more exciting.
Oh yeah.
Because we don't have to go through
For
the
sure.
actual atmosphere. of
People
our
don't
Earth.
realize how much bigger of a deal it is than
And then the hydrogen,
than
you're talking about water.
Yeah.
Like finding that. Go
yeah,
ahead. though,
people
sorry.
don't realize how much of a bigger deal a moon base is than an international space station.
Huge.
It's a level.
Way easier.
It's a complete like level of
Yes.
exponential difficulty
Absolutely.
and importance
Absolutely.
in terms of what we'll be able to do with it. Exactly like you said, escaping Earth's gravity is 90% of the
Yeah,
cost
no, absolutely. The reason we have to bring
or more.
Absolutely. It's so It's so expensive.
Well, grab the mic, man. Tell me what you
I was
think. You
gonna
don't
say,
think
I
that
don't
it's
even
hard
hear
to escape
myself.
Earth's gravity? You think it's easy? You don't think you need a rocket? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, you think alternative forms of energy can get you there?
Gravity's not real.
Okay, jump out the window.
It's called I'm heavier than air. It's buoyancy and density.
Oh, shit.
Buoyancy and density.
Oh, shit. Wait, this is crazy.
It's all good.
Wait, so you don't believe that matter attracts other matter based on its density?
I think
You don't think people can attract each? Can you not just like do a basic physics experiment to see that? Like here,
My worldview is mad
let me break
different.
it down for you. If you're in a vacuum, right?
All right, hear me out. This
In
Ready for
a vacuum,
Go ahead.
you can drop a bowling ball and a feather, and they land at the same time.
No, that whole video is false. It was doctored,
I've done some of these experiments.
bro. I promise you, cap. That's slang for no. That ain't real. Listen,
So
if you're heavier than air or lighter than the air, you gonna go up or go down. It's buoyancy and density.
I'm not going to let my son watch this episode, but only because of this shit right here.
Bro, I'm just letting y'all know, bro.
You can't learn all these fallacies, man. This is like
Disprove it.
lighter than air and heavier than air. Let me think
Yo.
of another way to
I want to say.
break
No.
this one.
I want to say.
The earth I live on has no gravity. Holla at me.
Fair enough. I will say one thing about traveling with this man all the way to QS. Like, we'll go to Miami, QS. Like, we'll drive 10, 12 hours. And we're pretty good at talking to one another about shit like this because he knows if I don't agree with it that much, I'll just kind of be like, yeah, okay. Like, he knows I won't say anything. But if there's something I feel like is in the realm of being like, Jerry, come on, bro. Aliens are not angels that fell from heaven. And he'll be like, false. They actually are angels that have fallen. And but that's okay. But the thing is, the worldview and how you view things, if it gets you by, because honestly, simulation theory is a crazy idea. But it kind of makes the most sense because all the ideas can fit within a simulation theory. It's kind of an scapegoat of a answer, like
Scapegoat,
yeah, I'm a simulation theorist. Everything's possible, but I don't know. I will say we don't argue too much, but
Yeah, brain in a vat and simulation are definitely on the list
you can
of
get
possibilities. But I like to prefer to believe that this is real, that this is what we have.
seems like it makes the
Maya.
most sense,
I mean,
right?
obviously, a lot of our sense information, the stuff that we're getting is bullshit, right?
Yeah.
We know that our brain is a difference detector. So if anything moves, we're much more likely to pick up on it. The
Yeah.
static things
And
that
what
are in
we
the
can
background,
perceive.
we're terrible at looking at. And you
Oh,
can
yeah.
learn that from
we hardly even
psilocybin
understand our
and
own
other
brain.
compounds that can help you kind of pick up on those background
Mushrooms are
patterns
trippy,
and things like
man.
that. So, yeah, I think we're being lied to. I'm somewhere in between the two of you.
You rocking with Jerry Feels Good, the futurist, Dr. Gold.
Thanks for coming out.